love with you, and I just can't help it myself. I'm in love.
Boris Schlossberg, Managing Director at BK Asset Management.
BK Asset Management's Kathy Lean.
All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. It's exactly 3 p.m. in Cameroon. Man, Cameroon, we have like so many people here coming in from everywhere in the world, from Africa, from Singapore, and probably from the most exotic place of all, which is going to be Florida, right? Oh, I meant to, I forgot to tweet today. So all is good. Everybody's got good sound, good visuals. Let me see myself here. I want to see myself on the other video. Looks good. Yes. Okay. All right. Everybody's good. Sound is good. Thank you very much. Hey, guys. So PPI came in a lot hotter than we thought. I traded a little bit gold before we, oops, let me show it to you here. I think it's this one. I traded gold off the news over here to the short side, right? Then, and this is a good example of like you got to really watch it. So I shorted off I was late. I wanted to get a better price. Made a little bit of money on gold to the downside. Then I started. I took my buy signal here, which was way too early. And then more importantly, I screwed up the execution, so I had to step away for a second. And looks like actually now the 725 level is the better level that it seems to be holding. Let me just try one more thing here, guys. Oh, is this better if we do it this way? I'm trying to see if this is a better angle for you guys. No, probably this is a better view, right? We don't need to watch the thing. So we're 47 basis points wide, pretty wide on gold, but it is a pretty negative piece of news on PPI today because PPI came in 3.4 on a year-to-year basis. I really thought that we were going to come in cooler. Having said this, I don't think it matters at all as far as the Fed goes. So the Fed probably cuts, and it's probably I think the next. You know what? Screw it. Let's just let's play with this thing. Wait, hold on. Where's my trade evade? Oh, I'm over here. Okay. Let's do join bid. Let's see if I can get in there. All right. I'm going to just do a probative trade here. Just one small on the move, mainly because we're 50 basis points wide. Can it go down to the 20s? Yes, but I'll be happy to. I'm very confident I'll be able to resolve this to the upside. Now, the trend is clearly to the downside, but you guys know I love to buy tops and bottoms. And when it gets that wide, when it gets about 50 basis points wide, there's a reasonable chance here that we snap back, especially if the market still. Oops, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm going to make myself properly. I've added. All right, and okay, now I'm long too. Oh wow, we're just blowing through here. Holy shit! Buy market. Sorry, markets are really fast, and I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm now on 4 large. This again, still very small, and now I'm gonna have to go to. I'm gonna go to 21.4, so it's gonna have to go 19.4 on the bid here in the big contract. 1. Wait, shit. 19.4 on the 1. Okay, so I blew through 2 levels really fast on a huge decline into the 27.20 level, and now my backup level is going to be on the large contract at 19.4 if my small 21.24 does not resolve. So let's see if 21.24 resolves to 23.4, and if it does, see, I bought this level over here, and it just flushed me all the way down here. So I had to buy 2 more levels. This is why when you're trading such volatile markets, and you're going to be facing a huge amount of adversity. I usually my size was 2. I started my size with 1 because I knew there was an enormous amount of risk here to do this. Again, do not do this if you don't like to stand in front of big trains. But I enjoy this. So my next setup here is we're going to go to the large contract at 19.4 if the thing blows right through me. And I think at around 20, I should hopefully find a little bit of a snapback. It seems to be holding at the 21 level, just testing me. The resolution would be at 23.4 for me if it goes. Okay. All right, let's see if this pops. Where are you guys? All right, the Aussies are truly crazy. Okay, so now I'm long along the large contract. Let's go on the large contract. And now we can manage the large contract. Okay, that's hopefully not going to get too bad on the large contract. So it's 19.4, so now it's going to be 17.4 on the twos if I get taken out. So it's, yeah, they're really dumping it. I mean, I had a feeling this is going to be very negative gold, but I thought we'd get a little bit of a bounce around the 20. Now it's going to have. Okay, so now I'm in at 17.4. And the next one is going to be 15.4 if I need to resolve it. But let's see if this one pops me back up. All right. I resolve myself at 19.4 on this one if I can get it done. I just realized I missed the speed. I missed the level. That's why I'm behind a little bit. Okay, that's fine. $9.16. We just kind of started. I'm long gold onto my third or fourth tranche level. Trying to resolve it at 19.4. This is don't do as I do, but do as I say. Part of the show. And let's see if I can get this resolved. 3. Really gonna torture me. All right. So that got resolved in a very ugly fashion. But exit out of all my other positions. Again, did I notice was stupid? Yes, I did. Did I think it was going to go that far deep against me? I thought 20 was going to be the base. Clearly, 15 was the base. So I missed it. But as you can see, having a strategy that assumes you're going to be stupid really helps you get out of jams. So we get out of this jam. Not pretty, but here's the thing. This really presents us now with a really good opportunity to go back in onto the small size. Let me reset myself up because I am more than happy to come back in and play this game with the market right now. Too fat. I can't talk and do it at the same time. So let's see. I'm sitting here underneath here at the 16. If this thing ends up green, I may just simply take this candle because it's well underneath the market, and I may take this as a bounce candle here. Let me just exit out of here, exit market, and just see if I can buy market over here. If this thing ends up green, if it's red, we'll just let it be. So again, I'm going to initiate a second wave campaign because I think, yes, there's a massive selling, but I think there's going to be a next wave bounce here sometime soon. All right, you know what? I'm in at 16, and I'm now going to just work my way 16. So it's going to be, what was that, 16.3? So 14.3 is going to be my next entry. Try to resolve this. And if that flushes through, then I'll go again. Because again, now I'm super small, and I'm at better prices, and I'm underneath the 15 level. And I think the 15 level shows us some promise. And then if it doesn't promise, then the 10 level is absolutely going to show me some promise. So I'm hopefully going to be able to do this. Now I'm trading against a negative funda event right now, which is probably pretty dumb. But it's not so negative that I think it actually materially impacts the instrument. So this is a little bit more like profit taking rather than dumping. But there's always a chance that the profit taking could turn into dumping. But I'm still relatively confident that because we're so wide, we're 72 basis points wide on the spread, and because the market has just had essentially a one-way move here for about an hour and a half off the news, that the probability that the pendulum swings to the upside is pretty good. So let's see if we can make this happen. All right. In at 14 now. My next level is going to be, oh shit, what the fuck happened? Buy market. Fuck. Sorry, I must have hit something wrong here by accident here. 4. I got to put myself 4 over here. Sorry, markets are super fast. It's like impossible for me to trade and talk at the same time. So you just guys watch what I do, and because I really need to focus. I don't want to fuck this up into another 3-4 level thing because I'm missing buttons. Just watch what I do, and I'll explain later. I mean, this is what we live for. I love fast markets. It's rather that than watching dead markets in the S&P. But you really need to fucking focus if you want to do this right. By the way, those of you who are playing turn and playing it for maybe a little bit of a bigger turn, I think somewhere around here you might get a $5-6 turn in the trade. Just now, not my style of a trade, but if you have the balls to hold it for $5-6, you might be able to get a really good turn trade here. Seven minutes to the open. We'll focus on equities once they open up, but they're really not moving much. All the movement happened after our live yesterday. We had a really nice movement in equities, but only after our live. Gold seems to be the play right now. All right, I'm in at 4 at 12.13. Now I'm going to transfer over to so 12.3, so 10.3 on 1. 10.3 on 1. Okay. Now I'm going to be on the large contract if the 4 lot misses, which is fine. This is really where I want to be. I mean, we're falling like a stone through the 15 level, through the 10 level, and now we're trying to see if if the 10 level becomes the bounce level. I'm in at 12.3, 14.3 is my exit. The next level is going to be 10.3 on the large one. Five minutes to the open on equities. Sorry, pop. Again, those of you trading a turn, if this thing turns, I think it goes from 12 to like 16, 17 probably as a turn trade. See if I'm right. Hey, good job, Sweetwater. Nice job. Everybody give the gentleman a high five, please. How's the resolution, guys? We changed a lot of stuff yesterday in the back end to make it sort of a lot more visible. I'm looking at it like from my perspective, and it looks pretty good as far as like you can actually see everything pretty clear. I mean, I know it looks like the same Valentine's Day massacre as far as the levels, but you can read everything. You can follow the trades. All right, it looks like we're going to be losing it. They're going to test the tens, so that's going to be my next level. Is going to be the tens on the thing. Much better resolution, right, Sandy? You like it? Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. So we're trying to really up our game production-wise. As I'm learning. It takes a long time for the old dog to learn new tricks. I'm glad you guys like it. All right, the 5:15.6. It looks like we're gonna get tagged out in here. Let's make sure that we're gonna get ourselves into the large contract. All right, we're in the large contract. Now we're gonna go 2, and we're gonna go 8.3 on the 2. Okay, so I'm defensively presetting myself up on the large contract. If the large contract goes to 12.3, I'm resolved. If I'm not, I'm a buyer at 8.3 on the 2 lot, which is perfectly okay with me. So now we switch to the large contract. Now we're on the large contract, and we're going to trade that. Yeah, it's a one-way trade, man. I mean, fundamentally, I knew this was dicey. I didn't think it was going to be that dicey, but hey, you live, you learn. And gold can definitely do this, relentless one-way move here without any respite for quite a while. So you really, you got to be ready for bear. All right, 10.3. 12.3 is my resolve. Right up here. Now, Rick and fresh lows. Next level is going to be 2 at 8.3. So let's see if they're going to sweep me there. They sweep me there. All right, I'm in at 2, and now the resolution is going to be 10.3. Now I'm going to go 4 at 6.3 just to make sure that I'm protected. And I'm done. Everything gets resolved. Exit out, nice and clean, and we're in the money, honey. All right, that was a brutal move, but and I said, now watch this. Now we're gonna go 10. We're gonna go 12, 15. Those of you who caught that turnaround, the 8, you're probably gonna get a nice big move if you can milk it. It's just not my kind of trade. I do what I do. But anyways, that was a pretty brutal sequence. But it was kind of fun because I really wanted to see the full sequence in terms of how you react, what you do, where you're at, and then how you resolve it. So yeah, I mean, it was ugly, but it did resolve. We are 1 minute away from market open. You can take a look at what the S&P and Nasdaq are doing, which by the way is just dick all. I mean, to me, it looks like after a pretty big rally day yesterday, the news today is certainly not great. So we may have the bias might be pretty negative, but I'm gonna give the first 5 minutes of the equity market to settle down because we're relatively tight on the moving averages. So if you sort of if we sort of sell off after the first 5 minutes, it's still going to be a good opportunity for us to get into a negative trade with trend. And the same thing with the S&P is actually turning a little bit positive. So, but not really. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of time. The bias in equities, in my opinion, is negative at this point. They're trading a little bit heavy, although ultimately the monetary policy I don't think is going to be moved by any of the funded that we had today. So this could be one of those things where we just do a nice little circle circle support and then start to go back up. We'll have to see. I'm going to give it first 5 minutes to settle up and just see what the price action is, and then we'll react to the price action accordingly. Gold found that 208 support, now is around 207. Let's see how it trades here, because I actually if gold can't get up to 27.15 from here, it's a really negative day for gold. And I think it probably may go down to test 2,700. If it gets anywhere near 2,700 at 05, 03, we're definitely going to do a cycle there again because I am very confident we're going to be able to resolve it there at that point. So let me just reset all my trades here in gold and get myself all organized. And then I'll explain to you the whole sequence in gold. But let's watch the equities as we open up. 1 minute into the trade. Nasdaq comes down as I thought it would. That 21,700 not holding. Let's give it a little bit of time here and see what it wants to do. Let's see what you guys are telling me here. Somebody's asking you to get funded with a promo code. Do you need to do anything else? No, you literally just need to sign up. There's nothing. You don't need to get our signal service or anything else. Just simply use our code. Here's the code. I'm going to put the Apex code. There's a lot of offer. It's not just that it's 80% off. You get 80% off for evals. One day pass resets are only $50. Lifetime funding fees are only $125. It's really good deal. So go crazy. Watching NAS, watching S&P. S&P is I had a feel that S&P was going to be kind of negative. The really interesting thing here for us to watch is just how negative are we. I mean, yesterday was a slow day, then it became super positive. Is today going to be a slow day that becomes kind of super negative? That 6,100 we took 6,100 S&P, we took it out. Now equities have really run up. Inflation is still a nagging problem here. Nothing can surprise me about the market anymore, but I got to believe that the bias has to be kind of more negative at this point. So therefore, I'm going to be, if we start trading above the 8 SMA and start failing above there, I'm definitely going to try and see if we can short the S&P and try to get that done. And keeping an eye on gold. Remember, I said if gold can't really bounce off the 10s, we're probably going to test the 2700s because of all the instruments for whom this is most negative. It's been gold because I haven't even looked at the rates yet, but I wonder if the rates. Where are the rates? Yeah, 10-year rates are up. You guys, let me show you. Hang on, I think I can show you this way. See the 10-year rates? They're up over here. So 428, not a lot, but enough to hurt gold in my opinion. So we'll see. NAS finding support around here. This is still pretty much post-event bottoms, right? So let's actually watch this. It's kind of holding the post-event bottom. And I think, this is sort of, and for S&P, the post-event bottom is around the 73 level. So that's where the market is gets very, very interesting. It's almost like it's not even worth trying to play the game in equities until we get some movement around that. In the meantime, hey, let's look at gold. Our friend gold is starting to dump again. Really, really strong trend up. I know some of you guys who were saying, I'm way behind. What does that mean, I'm way behind? You guys not seeing the charts, or it could be like a little bit of a delay on YouTube as to what I'm seeing and what you guys are seeing. Anyways, what I was going to say is, oh shit, now I lost my train of thought. Some of you guys there were some guys who were saying, I want to see a rally so I could short gold. When you get these kind of one-way moves, you don't even get a retrace rally. But if some of you got in at the 13 level, you did well. But I am right now, again, going to go toe to toe with the market in front of this 207 level. I think probably at around the 205. Let's get interesting. Let's get interested in that. I'm going to go on the small ones. Go last. Yeah, here we go. Buy market. I'm in at 6. It's probably going to just dive. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we're going to get in at around 4 and then get around 2. Oh, why is this not working? Huh. For some reason my trader beta is not working. Oh, 4. No. Get out of here. I want to go 2. Oh, it's just super slow. Okay. All right, I reset myself up. So I'm in at 6. If this bounces to 8, beautiful. Make a little money. Here's the trade. Let me put it. We're on the small contract now. And if they're going to break the 5s to underneath the 4s, I'm going to get too large there and just keep the cycle going. Oh yeah. Actually, someone in the Rockies just saying that sometimes the feed gets late. Just refresh your live feed. If you feel the feed is late, refresh it. Sometimes YouTube will lag because obviously you get bandwidth issues and everything else. All right, we're at 6, trying to get out at 8 here. Let's see if we can move this. This is a level 1 trade. Let's see if we can make the move here. Where am I? 11, 12 points. All right, now we'll move it to 6. Come on. You bitch. There we go. All right, didn't take the full 20. I took 16 ticks out of it. That worked out. We're going to reset ourselves, come back up, because come back to the till, because I think it's going to come back down. I think it wants the 207s. It wants the 207s. So the question is, if I'm pretty confident that it's going to test 207s, why not short this to 207s. I bet many of you guys are asking that and going like, what the fuck are you doing, Boris? Buying all these dips. The answer is that it may or it may not, and then it can verticalize into like a V shape, into short covering rally. And on the other hand, if it does hit the 207 and breaks through, I'm very confident that I'm gonna be able to, to recover the bounce, because I just need a small bounce on the recovery side. So it's all depends on your personality and your approach to how you like it. I like it's 100 basis points wide. It's screaming for a short covering move here. And I may actually, this may be the only short covering move I get, because if this thing goes V shape now, I don't have the trade, because it's not a value proposition for me. And those of you who are going to be shorting at this 207 level could be looking at 27.20 before the thing finally exhausts itself on the reversal. I mean, it's possible. That's why, the point isn't like, it's obvious that this was a one-way trade to the downside. Probably was. I probably should have traded this to the short side. But first of all, my rule of thumb is that once it gets 30, 40 wide on the basis points, I don't chase the trend down. I just generally don't chase. Now, days like today, that's a bad behavior. But days like today are 1 out of 10 days. 9 out of 10 days, it's a really good behavior. So I basically base my behavior on the days where I have the highest probability. And then even on days like today, the point is that even on days like today, where my behavior is the stupidest behavior in the world, I'm still able to make money, right? So the guys who are trend guys are going to make huge amounts of money today and then sit fallow for the next 9 days. I'm going to try to make some money today and just try to make money every other day of the session, kind of like this, basically. I'm just going to try. My whole idea is to be green every single day. December, November, that's what I do, right? And to do that, I'm plucking what I think are the higher probability trades, irrespective of where the obvious move is, in terms of trend. So it looks like we're bottoming out a little bit at the 5 level. In the meantime, let's take a look at where the S&P is finally starting to come down. The one thing I did miss, so we missed this little short in the S&P right over here, right? However, we're gonna do a small. If I can get a short here, I'm gonna wait for a red triangle. So it's 24 seconds left. Let this candle complete. The reason I'm gonna wait for a red triangle in the S&P is because if this is truly the bottom of the S&P, it's gonna go all the way up to 680. If it kind of dies out, I'm gonna try and short this. Even though it is holding, I will say that the equities are kind of holding bid here at this 75 level. So you want to be kind of careful. And in NASDAQ, same thing. Really not doing much. But the S&P is showing a red here. Just give it a second. The indicator needs to catch up. No, see? That's why I wait for the red, because when you were looking at the S&P here, that 75 was a really strong baseline level, and this thing could really go up. I mean, fuck, they can take it. It'd be interesting to see if they want to rally it. I still think it just kind of it's gonna range, and then finally collapse a little bit. But let's not. Let's wait. Let's wait till we get a little bit of a signal. Five, four, three, two, one. All right, join ask. I just missed the 78. Damn it. Nah, sorry guys. I missed the trade. I should have gone market. I forgot. I should have gone market right over here. I just missed the trade. All right, we're gonna let that go. That was a pretty obvious trade. Now let's just. There's still quite a lot of short possibilities here if this breaks the 75s and goes down all the way lower. So let's watch this for a while. I mean, to be honest with you, equities are really boring. They're not moving. They're in a kind of a range-based environment until we break the fresh lows. or go back up through the 200 period SMA to create some fresh trends, there really isn't much to do here. So let's come back to gold. You know what? We're going to go back to gold. Back to small size and gold. Still this 205. We're holding the 205. They want to hold it for a while. I'm happy to to play the game with them. I'm going to come back again at 603, so be 403 on the twos. Okay, so I reset myself up in a defensive position if this thing drops through the 202s. But basically, I'm long at 603s, trying to see if we can get the 803s again. You see, for the last 5-10 minutes, there's been a price shelf, where really haven't made any significant fresh lows. So that's always a pretty good sign, especially when we're 100 basis points wide. It's a pretty decent sign that we might get a little bit of a turn. I don't need much of a turn. I just need a little bit of a turn to make this a play of mine, and I'm happy to make it a play of mine. Somebody's saying, is there an activation fee for? Yeah, there's an activation fee once you pass the evaluation, but it's very, very cheap. And trust me, if you pass the evaluation, you're going to be like one out of the four. Only like 4% of these. Oh, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, see that turn? Told you. That's the beauty of what I like to do, which is, hey, I win once, I go back again. I'll go back again. Give me more, motherfucker. I'll take it all at that level. So now, oh shit, I can't talk today. Now, a one trade, meaning I went down once, bought it, sold it, became a 3 trade because I went down once, sold it, went down once, sold it, went down once, sold it. I sold it 3 times. That's how I love to trade. That's leverage at low credit cost, right? The whole idea is everybody trades leverage with, I'm going to take one and borrow 100, right? I'm going to trade 10 large contracts on my first trade and blow it up, because yes, first time I make money, second time I make money, third time I blow it all up. That's always the case. Always the case when you're doing large size. Whereas I like to do small size, and I'll do this once and twice and 3 times and 4 times and 5 times and 6 times and 10 times, and at the end of the day, I'm up. Yes, it's a lot more commissions. Yes, it's a lot more bullshit. It's a lot more. You got to really manage your inventory super well, but the net result is that I'm green, which is what I try to be. I try to be consistent. So if you guys like that, great. If you don't like it, you absolutely don't have to do it. You can just follow me and sort of see where the bottoms are and take the trade, because I think the guys who are just kind of established at the 5 level probably going to see the 10 level. You're probably going to see at least 5-10 points out of this turn trade, which is good for you if that's working. Or guys who are trading trend, you could have written this down while I was fighting the trend. I mean, it's always a good strategy to trade against me, because I'm always fighting the market, and I never win on the first try. So you will win on the first try against me. So see, now we're at 11. Oh no, we're at 8. But I think we have a reasonable chance here now to make that 4 or 5 point turn after a very, very exhaustive thing. The cool thing about the indicator is that it's like a diagnostic tool, right? It shows you how wide the moving averages are spread out. It shows you where the lows and highs. This was, I anticipated this black label, but this black label is telling you this is the first low that's not the lower low. It's the first divergence low. So that means it's probably going to print a little bit of a buy condition in the near term on gold. I've been trading it, way ahead of the buy. I mean, if you were trading it purely the way you're supposed to with me, you would be just not making any trades until you see a black buy label, right? Well, here's a black buy label here, and here's how you should trade this if you're a perfect human being and not a crazy degenerate trader like I am. The way you should trade this is you have a buy label, it doesn't work, you sit on your hands, you meditate for a fucking hour and a half that this thing goes down, and then you wait for the next buy label, and that's when you come in. That's your second trade, right? Now, if you have the patience of Job and do that, be my guest. I am not able to follow my own rules ever like this. But it's fun, right? It's funny whichever way you do it. But that is the classic way of trading my indicator in the right fashion. By the way, those of you guys who want my indicator, and also so everybody's, I wanted to let you know, obviously 8-cap. I don't go 10 times, honestly. Like, I think, so the biggest I've gone is, if I'm starting with one, it's 1, 2, 4, then 1 large, 2 large, 4 large, 8 large is the biggest, is the best I've gone. So what is that? That's 8. I've had to go 8, but most of that time is because I'm a stupid fuck and I'm coming in at the wrong places, right? Like today, I'm just, I was just fooling around. I had zero reason. There was no divergence signals at all in gold, when I started the trade, right? So there you go. I'm not really trading S&Ps, guys, because they're very, very boring today. And as I said, the trade in the S&Ps here is really not in play until we kind of break the support here at the 75 level. So I'm kind of watching that. And on the NASDAQ, same kind of a thing. We're just doing nothing. But NASDAQ, if you took the sell signals over here, this sell signal, you would have had to repair it over here, but you'd have been fine. This sell signal kind of works. This sell signal kind of works. There's money to be made in equities here today, but they're just so boring versus gold, which has just been so much more exciting that I've been focusing much more on that. And when you have one fast-moving markets, I'm being naughty today, right? Speaking of that, that's what I wanted to show you. So this is for those of you guys who are. Let me find this for you. Here's what I wanted to show you. This is really cool. Let me post that up here. This is our free contest, 12 days of trading. Let me put the link in here, guys. We're giving away $10,000 worth of stuff, tools, trading accounts, prop trading accounts, you name it. If you just register for the raffles. So every day, 12 days, I think starting from yesterday all the way up to Christmas Eve, we're going to be giving stuff away. So it should be a lot of fun. Everybody, please register if you haven't done. You should really, really enjoy it. Okay. I'll leave that up there for a while. So you guys, you can scan it with your phone, or you can take the link over there. So hopefully you love it. Abbas Anvarjan. Abbas, where are you from, my friend? He says, I love your education. Okay. I paid the man exactly $0 to say that, but I really appreciate it. Where are you from, Abbas? That is a wild name. Okay. I mean, I'm going to make a guess. It's probably going to be wrong. I have no idea, obviously, where you're from, but I'm going to make one of two guesses. It's either Armenian or it's Indian. I'm probably going to be wrong on both, but kind of curious. Where are you from, my friend? Let us know. So Sweetwater is talking about the fact that he likes to pass within 30 days. And of course, now with Apex, you can literally pass it in one day. So this is a conversation, we can have this conversation a little bit right now because the market's kind of slowed down a little bit. This is really a philosophical conversation, right? I have done multiple one-day passes, and basically the art of passing the test in one day is something like this, something like gold. You look for a bottom in gold, right? Like you look for that 6-7 level. And then when it looks like it's a bottom, you just load up. You go 10 large contracts. And all you need is it goes to 12 to 13 or maybe 14. And gold is what? $100 a point. You need 30 points. So you have 10 contracts in 50,000 and you just need $3 in gold on 10 contracts. You're done. So if you bought that 6, you would have in one day. I could have taken a $50,000 account here on a turn and funded it. It's a lot of fun and it's great and it's awesome. The biggest problem is, and I've totally for doing it. If you guys want to just want to get a funded account, that's great. The big problem is that you don't develop the habits you need to keep the funded account doing it this way, because there's just zero chances you're not going to. First of all, the rules change a little bit when you get into the funded trading, and secondly, even if they didn't change, you'd still blow yourself out, because there's no way you could make it this way. My point is that everybody's saying I hate paying the extra monthly fees and doing all that shit because I want to pass it really, really quickly. I've actually gone the exact opposite way. I'm trading the two $250,000 accounts, right? It's taking me forever in a fucking day to try to get there. I'm at 256 on one. I'm at 255.8 on this one. I'm going to try to get it up to 256 this week. It may not be till middle of fucking January that I run both of these accounts into the funding level of 265. But I will have done about 2,000 trades in each one of those accounts. I will have done the strategy over and over again. I will have seared the techniques in my mind. And irrespective of whatever happens next, I'm going to have these skills for a lifetime, right? Whether they're going to be totally transferable to your own personal money accounts or anywhere else. So it's a question of what is it that you're looking for. You're looking to just to get it to fund it, absolutely do it. If you're looking to just acquire the skills, eat the fees, stick with the process, because what you're getting in the end is actually an enormous amount of a very, very valuable skill set. And ultimately, it's fucking $50, $100, especially now with the $80 discounts. The renewal fees are really, really dirt cheap. Who cares? It's one bad trade on your real account that it cost you in terms of that. So it's a philosophical difference depending on how you guys want to do this. But my view is I don't care. I don't have a time limit on my. I took the gun off my temple, and I said, fuck it. I'm just going to trade my process. If it takes me 10 years, I will fucking do it in 10 years. Just because I want the mental focus on doing the right thing instead of trying to gun. Because every time you get into I want to gun the account, you're like, oh, I want to start with one large. Fuck it. Making these small trades is just annoying. I want to start with one large. The moment you say you want to start with one large, you get into this massive, decline move, and boom, you're blown out. So it's just a different approach to how you should be thinking about all this, in my opinion. S&P at 74s. Nothing going on in equities, and gold finally stabilized a little bit over here. Oh, gold has a buy signal. All right, let's initiate our little bit of a buy trade in gold. Where the fuck am I? I'm late. Is where I am. I'm in at 10.05 on the small side in gold. Should have been here. So yeah, now here's how you want to be thinking about this. Let me just organize myself for 1 second, and I'll narrate this as soon as I get myself organized. So I want to be thinking about this. So here's how you want to be thinking about this particular setup, right? Here's what's going to happen. One of three scenarios is going to happen. I'm just going to annotate this, and hopefully, markets are going to be too fast, so I'm going to be able to show you. So this trade that I'm in just going to work. Boom, beautiful, right? That's one possibility. Another possibility is we're going to go down, and kind of test the double bottom here. And if that's the case, it's going to take me probably 2 to 3 trades to find out that we're going to test the double bottom. That's very likely, by the way, really, really likely that we could have a double bottom test, and that's probably the likeliest scenario. And then the third scenario is, the least likely scenario is going to break the bottom and then bounce back up. Now, in all these scenarios, I'm going to prepare myself to resolve this trade, but I'm fully cognizant of all the points of pain, where I am on the chart, how much size and location I need to be, and where I need to be as far as my trade conditions go. But this is the first reversal buy signal that we've had in an hour and a half. And it just tells you, how intense the selling was, and how the wave structure finally come down. By the way, sorry, I'm on the wrong chart here, guys. So I annotated the wrong chart, but you get the idea, right? Want me to annotate this chart over here so you guys can see it? So again, the possibilities are that this trade works, right? That this trade comes back down and does the double bottom test, and then finally the third one is that it dips through the bottom and it comes back up on a bounce back. Those are the sort of the three possibilities that can happen on this gold trade. Everybody vibing me on this? You're from Uzbekistan. Oh my God. I love Uzbekistan. All my barbers are from Uzbekistan. Do you speak Russian, Abbas? You Uzbek? Awesome. By the way, some of the greatest food in the world. I mean, I'm going to give you guys food you've never heard of, and many of you probably never get a chance to eat it because you don't live in New York City. And these people just don't have restaurants there. But two of the best cuisines. Oops, looks like I'm gonna get tagged out here. Wait, what's going on over here? 12.5. I'm sorry. I'm just watching the. This is a TP trade. Oh, I thought I was going to get stopped out. I was running close to my take profit. All right, I'm gonna take these hieroglyphics off the chart so it's easy for you to see what's going on the move. We almost hit target. I almost hit target while I was talking, but it was a worthwhile distraction. So if this thing, I probably should have taken my TP over here on level 1, but I kind of missed it. So now we're gonna just stay in the trade and let it play. Let it play out my scenario. So the two of the best cuisines many of you have never traded. I think we're gonna do a poll on this. Is Georgian, from the country of Georgia, some of the greatest food you've ever had. I guess in English it would be called shish kebabs. In Georgian it's called shashliks, which is like, grilled meat. Chapchachuri, which is like this it's like a Georgian version of pizza with cheese and eggs on it. And all of their meat dumplings, which are delicious. Really, really, really good food. Then the second cuisine is Uzbek with plav, which is like everything inside the meal dish. I love all that cuisine. It's really, really delicious. If you live anywhere in the world where there are some immigrants from those two countries, go eat it. I guarantee you love those. You love those cuisines. All right, look at this. And there we go. We got it done on level 1. Look at that. The buy reversal trade worked as planned, and now we're out of the woods. We're good to go. So good trading, guys. Not bad, right? I managed to kind of escape this. In the meantime, this thing finally cracked the 75s on the S&P. Let's look at what the S&P is doing. So I'm sorry, I keep missing the shorts on the S&P, but gold is just so much more interesting today. There definitely were a couple of opportunities to the short side, and there still are. We're only 7.5 basis points wide, so we are starting to look like we might be developing a downtrend in the S&P. And the next wave, the next short wave signal for me, I'll take it in the S&P. I'll shift my my channel. Green Hippo is saying his gold chart looks completely different. Let me show you my settings, guys. Okay, let me show you my settings. All right, let's going to go to gold, right? And remember, so the other thing is, always use the large contract, the big contract on gold. And also, I'm trading the Feb contract. Have we rolled over? I don't think so, no. But I think we're still Feb forward. Today, by the way, this is the thing that we'll do this right now. I think we're gonna have to roll over the S&P and the Nasdaq probably next Monday into the new month. The front month it's not going to be December. It's going to be March. But I'm going to take a look at it just 1 second. But anyways, here's my settings. This is I have two of my BFF scalpers. One is in momentum mode, which I have hidden, and one is in the reversal mode. Within the reversal mode, my settings is all basic. It's 30 basis points wide, and show me reversals when it gets wider than 20 basis points. So it's nothing complex. If you should have the default settings, it should all be working. I haven't changed the default settings on any of this stuff, so it should all be working. By the way, did I tell you? Look at did I tell you guys that if it goes 6 and it's bottoming out, it's going to be good for 5 to 10 points? Was I right? Was I right? I know exactly how this thing is going to trade, even though I can't take advantage of it. But if you guys are great turn traders, this was the trade today that you could have made single day funded if you wanted to. That's actually sort of like the best. You want to do a single day funded strategy. But, we can talk a little bit about this because it's Thursday. Why not? And I'll talk about this actually in coaching. If you want the best single day strategy, in my opinion, right? And it does require a set of balls, but it absolutely offers you the best opportunity. What you do is you need a fundamental day. You need a day where there's lots of volatility and there's news that moves. You need a 1% day, right? Gold is a 1.5% day. You need some kind of a big ass move on the underlying, right? And then you get the big ass move on the underlying, and you just simply probe for a temporary bottom. And when you get that temporary bottom, once you get an anchor holding a thing, you could even, some of the guys I know will actually just simply hold it there with like a stop at 4, and then if it starts going their way, they just add to the position. And then once it adds, there's no rally better than a short covering rally, or no fall sharper than a massive profit taking fall. This is the slice where you can just make one single trade of funded, right? So that's a really, really great strategy to do if you want to do it in gold today. Just not my style, but a lot of fun. S&P near session lows. 71 is the session lows here. Let's go to this S&P. Will it give me a red? No, I'm still underneath here. Last thing I'm going to leave you with, which is just, I say this all the time, and I'll say it again and again and again. If you are going to trade, don't chase retrace. If you're going to short, always short above the 8 SMA. Look at these signals above the 8 SMA. Look how nice a position this was. And if you're going to go long, if you're in trend, obviously these things are going to show you. But if you're going to counter trend, never freaking, buy it above the 8 SMA. Always buy deep in the hole. You always want to buy underneath the 8 SMA for a long, above 8 SMA for a short, just to give yourself location and positioning. Trend is really important, but the most important thing in short-term trading is the position of your entry. The second most important thing is the trend, and then I take it back. The single most important thing is money management, inventory management, right? So inventory management, without which I would have been dead about 100 times today, right? So I managed to survive 10, 20, 30 bullets against me and come back like the Terminator, all because of inventory management. So that's probably my number one rule. Inventory management is number one. Positioning is number two. Trend, location becomes number three in counter trend. And then, and then obviously the analytics of, where you are in terms of mean reversion, where you are in terms of oversold, overbought conditions, all those things. Not very complicated. It's not complicated when you're looking at 3 or 4 factors, but as long as you prioritize them in that fashion, you're in good shape. You're definitely doing a good job. All right. Are you guys digging the 12 days of Christmas or 12 days of trading? Is that fun? Green Hippo. Okay, I gotta again. I love all. If you want to give me testimonials, I'll put you up on the screen any time of the day. Thank you for the testimonial. Thank you very much. That's it. Okay, Chippy gets the last word. Oh man, you made my day. That's the best comment of the day. Thank you. Thank you, Chippy. That was fucking great. Okay. Anyways, guys, another good week, right? Another good week of green. As I showed you, I'm green. I this thing won't update right now because it takes a little while to update. But I'll share, I'll share with you guys when I see you next week. But that's my job. I'm just going to try to stay green, green, green. Some days you're going to get red, but we're going to try to keep everything under control. And as I said, the thing that I took the gun out of my head in terms of time. I don't give a fuck if it's going to take me 2 months to climb that $250,000 hill, but I'm going to do it the proper way, But in the meantime, as far as Apex goes, go for it, my friends. It's awesome. Go nail like 10 accounts right now. That's actually what I would do. I would just get 10, nail 10 accounts. You can take 2 or 3 of them and do just a here. I'm gonna put my own thing up here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I could put my own. I didn't realize that I could put my own comments on the screen. Look at that. I can hump so much stuff, not just once, not just twice. I look like Mario Andretti with like every part of my uniform has a racing sponsor on it. But anyways, we love Apex. They are our best sponsor. So what I always do when I do these big discounts, I just get like at least 5 of them because you can inventory them. And then you can do like, hey, I'm going to just do one big account for a single trade pass. I'm going to do one for like a regular pass. I'm going to fool around maybe with some swing ideas. You can just give yourself lots and lots of opportunities because, at 80%, you basically get like 5 of them for the price of one, which is really, really cheap. So that's my last word on that subject matter. I'll see everybody in my, and I'm going to leave you guys one last thing, which is if you want to join BK, here's the discount for BK, and that will give you the indicator and everything else that I trade with over here. So happy to do that with you guys. See, look at this. Look at this. We took out the 70s. Now we're definitely short. Now I'm definitely when I go off screen, I'm definitely going to be looking for shorts over here in the S&P. Okay, that's definitely going to. We are a negative trend trade here. Even if this fucker goes back up to the 80s, I'm going to short the shit out of this thing because it's going to come down. We're going to resolve this trade. So that's my very, very academic methodological approach to this thing. Short the shit out of it until it dies. That's how we do it in New York. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you. So everybody is obsessed with the drones in Jersey, right? Have you guys heard about the drones in Jersey? That my second home state is completely like literally houses around me are all reporting all these mysterious drones that have been popping up all over the Jersey coast. Nobody knows what the hell they're doing. The Pentagon is clueless as usual. All kind of stupid. But what I thought was hilarious, I go get a cup of coffee today, and there's an ad in the in the convenience store at my mall for like New Jersey Lotto, right? What do you think the motto for the Jersey Lotto is? What do you think the motto for the Jersey Lotto is? The motto is anything can happen in New Jersey, which is the truest thing anybody has ever said. I thought that was hilarious. The home place of everyone and anything in this state, and that now is just being inundated by unknown drones. So, anyways, thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Bring all your friends. The most important, like the highest value in terms of winning the raffles is bring a friend. You get like 5 times the points if you bring a friend. So unlocking all these gifts. If you bring all your friends, you're almost assured that you're going to win one of these things. So please do that. Let me put this up again one more time for the 12 days as the last link. And I will see everybody. I'll see everybody for live trading on Monday, and then we'll do one final week before the end of the year for all the good stuff. Okay. Over and out. Everybody enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.